You arrived like the morning sun, soft but undeniable. I had no map for a heart like yours, no compass to guide me through the warmth you brought. But still you taught me how to read the stars in your laughter, how to find home in the quiet corners of your voice. The days before you now feel like half-written lines, waiting for the ink of your presence to finish them. I didn't know a glance could carry so much meaning, that hands brushing briefly could say everything 1,000 poems failed to. You gave stillness a name and chaos a place to rest. In your arms, time slowed into something more bearable, and I realized love wasn't always thunder. It could be a calm sea with your smile as the tide that always returned. The years have not dulled you. If anything, they've carved more depth into the lines of your kindness. I've watched you love in silence, in patience, in acts no one else sees. It's in the way you always pour the tea before taking your own, or how you notice when I've said nothing but meant everything. You listen with your whole self, like I'm not just a voice but a symphony you've memorized. With you I learned that love isn't just passion, it's presence. It's remembering my stories, even the small ones, and holding them like they matter. You make the world feel less sharp, less hurried. With you I breathe differently, deeper, fuller, freer. You've never had to ask for space in my heart. You simply walked in and made it yours. There's magic in how you age, not in the years added, but in the love you keep giving, more endlessly than before. 10 years and still I marvel. You're not just the man I love. You're the laughter that finds me when the day is too long, the steady voice in my storm. I can see our first morning together in the way your smile curls when I enter a room. That smile, it hasn't aged. It carries every version of us, from the naive beginnings to the deeply rooted now. You are memory and hope in one. I have grown beside you, within you, because of you. Every shared glance is a quiet vow, every inside joke a pillar of our little universe. Some people wait lifetimes for this. I live it with you daily, in the gentle chaos of laundry days and tangled sheets. And love, real love, shows itself in the mundane. It's in watching you make coffee, your back to me, unaware of the way you warm the whole room just by being in it. It's in arguments that never break us, only shape us closer. In your silence, I've found comfort, not distance. In your voice I've heard the promise that we're never far from laughter again. I still catch myself staring, like I did 10 years ago when the world seemed to slow around you. I thought that would fade, but it hasn't. You've become more beautiful in every way that matters. The way your mind works still leaves me stunned, and your kindness, that's where I've seen God. Some say love is a spark, but you've taught me it's a slow burn, steady and enduring. You lit a fire that warmed instead of scorched, and I've lived in that warmth every day since. With you I don't just feel loved, I feel known. You've seen all the ugly, the broken parts, and chose me still. That is a gift no time can tarnish. You gave me the courage to be soft in a world that demanded hardness. Your love has been a balm, a mirror, and a gentle challenge to grow. Every shared morning, every tangled evening, every mundane Tuesday, we've made it holy simply by being together in it. There are days I look at you and wonder how we ever existed apart. The memories of our early days are etched in my heart like songs I never want to stop humming. I remember the first time I laughed with you and realized it felt like I'd been holding my breath before you. You've given me years stitched with joy, patched gently with forgiveness, and wrapped tight with the kind of comfort only soulmates bring. I've watched you fall apart and rebuild yourself again, and every time you did I loved you more. You don't hide your flaws, you offer them like trust, and that's the bravest kind of love there is. When you hold my hand I feel the echo of every year behind us. I feel the strength we built brick by brick even when the world knocked us sideways. I remember dancing in the kitchen, burned dinners that became jokes, nights we whispered our dreams into pillows. I remember you waiting up always, no matter how late I came home. I remember you holding me after bad news, after long days, after silence. You are my safe space, my constant. And even now, after a decade, I still crave your touch like it's brand new. You've turned the ordinary into something sacred, and I am endlessly grateful. I once feared time. I thought love would fade with it, grow dull with repetition. But with you, time became an ally. Each year added to the music between us, every season composing a new layer of intimacy. There's comfort in our rhythm now, in the way we speak without words, finish each other's thoughts, read each other's moods like weather. And yet you still surprise me in small moments, in soft words, in the way you keep choosing me daily. Love, I've learned, isn't a single thunderclap, it's 1,000 quiet yeses. You've whispered those yeses through 10 long beautiful years. There's something about waking up next to you that still fills me with peace. You sleep like someone who knows he's loved, and maybe that's my greatest joy, knowing you feel it. I try to show it every day, in your favorite meals, the way I fold your shirts, the notes I leave on mirrors. I know it's not grand, but it's real. Our love has never needed fireworks to be unforgettable. It's steady as breath, powerful as tide, inevitable as sunrise. I'd choose it again and again, even when it's hard, even when it's quiet. Especially then, because those moments have built the strongest parts of us. Even when the world moved fast, we stayed rooted. You've held my fears like they were fragile glass and never once dropped a single one. In your steadiness I found my bravery. In your belief in me I found my wings. I hope I've given you the same, that when you faltered I steadied you, that when you doubted I reminded you who you are. You deserve every good thing, every ounce of love I have, and still I wish I had more to give. 10 years with you feels like a gift I keep unwrapping, and somehow there's always more. More laughter, more depth, more wonder. Your laugh still makes me fall in love. It's infectious, a sound that turns rooms brighter. You don't know how healing it is to hear it after long days, to know I caused it. You bring light where there was none, and you don't even try. That's the magic of you. You're effortlessly good, even when the world tries to wear you down. I see how you carry weight without complaining, how you protect without boasting. You don't need to be loud to be strong. You just are. And I feel safest when I'm near you, emotionally, physically, in every way that matters. I often think about how this all began, two people unsure, hopeful, naive, and how we built something real, something lasting. I think about all the versions of us we've been, and how each one has loved the next. I'm not the same woman I was then, and you're not the same man, but somehow we've changed in the same direction. We've evolved toward each other, not away, and that I believe is rare. To still find joy in each other's eyes after 10 years, to still reach for each other in the dark. That's not luck, that's love, built with intention, care, and a whole lot of stubborn devotion. You've been my partner in every sense. The one who dreams with me, mourns with me, laughs till tears come, plans futures over coffee. You've seen me in every light, glorious, shattered, unsure, and you've never once flinched. You anchor me in ways you'll never fully understand. You don't just share my life, you elevate it. When I look ahead, I see only you beside me. I see grayer hair, deeper wrinkles, slower steps, and I welcome them because you'll be there, still holding my hand, still mine. If this is what a decade in your smile feels like, then I want forever in your arms. And so here's what I want you to know. I love you more now than I did at the start. Not because you've changed, but because you've stayed. Because you kept showing up even when it was hard. Because your love never asked me to be anything but myself. Because you've made every fear softer, every joy louder. You've given me a home in your heart. And I will never take that for granted. 10 years and I still melt under your touch. Still ache for you when you're gone. Still whisper your name into the night like a prayer I trust will always be answered. Thank you for loving me like this. For never making me question. For making sure I always felt chosen. We've been through storms. Yes, but we've danced in the rain too.